So today's Full Glam Friday episode is how to achieve this kind of Studio 54 Amy Winehouse look. If you dig it, stick around. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, make sure that you do that so you don't miss any of my Full Glam Friday episodes. I break down all the steps to getting some kind of glamorous, sometimes outlandish look, usually geared towards parties, whatever you may have going on. But let's jump right in. Okay, so first I'm dipping into the Vapour Beauty Labyrinth Palette, the kind of lilac gray shade, and just quickly sweeping this over my crease for a transition shade. And next I'm going to go into the Tati Beauty Texture Neutrals palette, and using the Matte Memory shade, I'm going to sculpt out a very graphic, swooping kind of cat eye shape, just focusing on the outer corners. And I'm really not going to worry too much about making this completely perfect and seamless, and you'll see why in just a minute. But I could have done this really straight. However, I just wanted to do something a little bit different than a lot of the shapes that I've seen more recently. So I made it a very kind of curved wing rather than very straight and connected. And I really wanted to play up my brow bone shape a little bit more because my brow bone is pretty prominent. And so by doing a curved shape, it accentuates that rather than masking it with a straight line. So I'm just going to repeat this on the other side, looking in the mirror dead on to kind of get that initial line in there. And I do this with my eyes open as well, just so that line doesn't jump on me. You'll notice I kind of open and close. Next, I'm going in with the Fitglow Glam palette in the shade Kaleish, and what I'm doing is I am overlapping this on top of the black. The black will still peek through, and because I didn't make it super opaque, it kind of fades into that green, and you'll notice I'm moving my brush around and making it really defined and sharp, and then I kind of use it like a paddle and sweep that color over the bare space on my lid. Now I'm going into the Lovinah Goddess Glow palette, the really silvery shade, and I'm putting this on the inner corner where there isn't any pigment yet, and I'm dragging it over the green, not worrying too much about it because this is really just a base for the shimmer that I'm going to lay down. So now I'm going into the Tati Beauty palette again using the Memory Glitter shade. And on my finger, I'm kind of doing a pat and drag motion, and I'm concentrating it a lot on the center and kind of inner corner of my lid, and then just kind of feathering it out as I get further out, just so it's a little more diffused looking. Now I'm going to clean up any fallout. I didn't do my foundation or anything like that beforehand because I knew that this does have some fallout. So now I'm going to use the Yves Saint Laurent Touche Eclat All-in-One Glow SPF 23 in the shade B20. That was a sample. I really enjoyed that. I think I might get a full one. And the concealer that I'm using is the Fitglow 2.5. This is a very creamy formula, and I felt like it would play well with the YSL, and it did, so I'm happy with that choice. And just really making sure to cancel out any discoloration. I'm not worrying too much about going right under my lashes, and you'll see why in just a minute, but covering up some blemishes. And before I go back to eye makeup, I'm going to set my face with a little bit of the Covergirl Clean Matte, and I think this is the shade Buff Beige. Making sure to really set under my eyes so nothing moves around. And because I couldn't take it anymore, I had to fill in these brows. They looked so sad compared to my eye makeup that was really strong. So I had to make those much stronger. And then I'm using some Wow Brow. The pencil was Fenty, by the way. Now I'm going back into that Vapour palette, into that kind of lilac gray shade, and going under my eyes. And that's why I didn't worry so much about concealing there, using the natural kind of color that happens under my eyes. And then just really making that really soft and kind of fluffing it out. Now I'm going to do a quick curl of the lashes. Not going to worry too much about making them really arched today, and you'll see why. Going in with the Falsies Lash Lift from Maybelline, and I'm going to be pretty aggressive with this. You'll notice I kind of start normal, and then I'm going to go vertical with my wand and really kind of spike the lashes out. I want them to be very almost spidery. And the reason for that is because you can see the eyeshadow peeking through a little bit easier. And then the same thing on the bottom lashes. I want them to be almost clumpy. Not completely, but almost. You can see I don't want to get too crazy, so comb through that. Same thing on the other eye though, and really, really get in there and get aggressive. And I actually did 2 coats of this on both top and bottom lashes. Now I'm going in with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I love, love, love this formula. It is so soft and basically foolproof, and it just makes you look like you had a really nice vacation. I don't know. I just really, really enjoy this. I like the smell of it. And I'm kind of going hard on the cheeks today, you can tell, because I'm just going to use a very, very mild amount of blush. I'm not going to go too crazy with my blush. But I am going to use a little bit of this kind of peachy shade. This is Emma from the brand Sappho. And I'm just dusting that all over the apple of my cheeks, kind of sweeping back. And then I'm using the Glossier highlighter concentrate. This is like the rosy gold shade. I love this because it looks very natural and skin-like, and it's not super chunky glittery. It just looks really dewy. And to complete the look, I am using the Fitglow Lip Serum in the shade Rosé. I really like this, especially with the highlighter. I feel like it kind of ties the whole look together. But there you have it. This is my kind of like Amy Winehouse Studio 54. If you like this, please subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Bye.